Okay, it looks like it's working.
Okay. All right. Emily, do you want to do the introduction or you want me to?
If you could, that'd be cool.
So can you hear me, everybody?
Yes.
Yep, we can hear you.
Okay. Okay. Hi, everyone, and welcome to Zita's Healthy Beginnings World of Women podcast. Today is June 6th, and we're here to really gather some information from Matt Fogg, who has this extraordinary, for me, business that he would like all of us to benefit from. I saw Matt and I got to, listen to him and listen to his presentation, and I was really blown away by what he presented. And thank goodness we were able to get him on our podcast tonight to talk to us more about what he's doing. And so I am so glad, as usual, for this platform that we are getting from Disability Channel, Transform You Network, and Park. And we are glad we are able to use this platform always to reach our audience. And without further ado, I will hand it over to Matt. Matt, please come along and share with us. Thank you.
Yes, thank you for having me, Sita. Can I have share the screen?
Yes, you should be able to share the screen.
Not right now, actually. It's disabled.
Oh, Emily, can you enable it, please?
Yeah, we're gonna, just a second.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, you got it?
Yeah, I got it. Thank you.
Okay, great. All right.
All right. How much time do I have, Sita?
You have up to 25-30 minutes. So.
Oh, okay. Well, that's more than enough.
Yes.
Well, thank you having me here. I want to just share some of the exciting things that we are working with many different stakeholders using our platform. So this is a brief presentation of what we do and how we help different organizations virtually on a global level. Now, I'm sure everybody see the Jumpstart Your Business 2023, and this is the platform we call the Virtual Collaborative Network, and this is how we actually can connect all the dots. And I will dive into many different segments. One of the things that we focus this year is about doing more with less, with technologies, as well as collaborating with many different organizations together. And we focus on three major themes. First is how we can turn hybrid events and work into a traffic engine 24/7. As we all know, we are working virtually, remotely, sometimes in person. So that has become a new norm. Now, the big question is how we can capture all the data and so that we can actually create a traffic engine 24/7. The second theme that we want to talk about is the AI ChatGPT. I will share some of the exciting thing that how we can leverage the AI ChatGPT to supercharge your SEO ranking and also social networking. And then the last piece is we call the partner network ecosystem. And this is really the core foundations of what we do on the platform. All right, so let me just share with you a little bit more about my background. I've been in the tech industry for many years in Silicon Valley Bay Area here. I used to work for IBM, AT&T, and I was also work at the Oracle, and I was a senior product manager building out the CRM for Fortune 500. Now, all these years, I learned one thing is that you got to create a enterprise applications that make it simple and make it easy. And one thing I learned from Microsoft as well as Oracle, it's about building out a bundle solutions, not one-off, not one point solution, but a bundle integrated solutions, multiple applications so that we can provide customers to do many things. I'm also a author. I'm actually getting ready to launch my ebooks on the HyperEdge area using the ChatGPT. Now, my company, we started the company way back before the pandemics, over 7 years ago. The whole idea was try to figure out a way to help small, medium-sized startup to get more leads and traffic. Well, the more we dig into it, the more we see there's more than just a virtual trade show, an expo. In essence, and I could share the slide earlier, it's about helping companies to create what we call the virtual collaborative network, or you can call it virtual business network ecosystem, so that you can do many different things. All right, so these are some of the customers we've been helping for the last 7 years. As you can tell, it's all over the map. Association, nonprofit, medical health, enterprise, Fortune 500, and then, of course, global. So in many different segments. We're currently working with several enterprise customers. One of them is, as you know, is HP. They actually have 4,000 resellers. Now, let's dive into the core platform, which is we call the Virtual Collaborative Network. And these are two think tank reports. I strongly suggest everyone to get that and read it. This is really, and basically says, you want to have a hybrid growth, you gotta have what they call digital ecosystem. All right, right here, MIT, Deloitte, and also a partner network ecosystem. And that is the only way for hybrid growth. And they provide all the details, they provide all the case studies, and also the surveys. And I actually can share with you some of the examples in Bay Area, in fact, in San Francisco, one of the top leaders fully deployed this kind of a framework. And I will share that later in the slides here. Now, let's get down to the business. What is the number one challenge? Well, we all know is to find the next customer. How we can get more leads and traffic every single day, not once in the blue moon, right? And this is the latest survey from HubSpot. Now, the second challenge is you spend all the efforts and get all the customer and so forth. And how do you follow up? Now, this is a pretty amazing data when I see it. 98% do not follow up their customer. Isn't that sad? You spend all the efforts and get all the leads and traffic and you don't follow up. It's like throwing data, it's like throwing money in a trash can. And this is why we put together a comprehensive end-to-end solution to help solve these two major problems. These are real business pain points. Nobody has a good solution for it. Now, why are we excited? Because we are looking at $3 trillion market potential. Not 1 trillion, but more than $3 trillion. Now, the digital transformation, as we all know it, it's here. It's not yesterday, it's not the future, it is the future. That's about 800 billion if you round that off. The online ads, it's about another 1 trillion. If we can save everyone to save the money from online ads, we can get a piece of the big $1 trillion market. And that's why we're here. Then the third piece, as we all know it, is the AI. The AI it's pretty much empowering everyone. And this $1.6 trillion at a 40% growth rate. And this is amazing. We have never seen any technologies growing so fast and so big. The early adoption is where we all learn from ChatGPT. Over 100 million eyeballs left Google and went to ChatGPT less than 2 months. Now that is amazing. And that is the sort of the iPhone moments that we all said. This is just amazing. Now I want to share a little bit about some of the niche markets that we started. Is the urban farming. That is huge, 282 billion in the next 7 years. It's almost, if you look at the numbers, almost double from the last 2 years. Because everybody has to eat, no matter what situation you're in, right? So let's jump into the hybrid events will work, and how we can take advantage of that and build it out as a traffic engine. Now, my team has been working, has done a pretty extensive research on this market. And you can see that hybrid events and work, all we need is a digital collaboration technology to blend both together so that we can take advantage of the data and traffic. Well, we learned that just like what SpaceX can reuse the rocket, why can't we use the infrastructure every single day? There's no need to tear down and build it up every time we have events, every time we have an expo. We no need to tear down and rebuild. It's here while we use it and save time and save money. The other big piece is that in order to capture all the data, we gotta have one single platform to capture the in-person, virtual, hybrid work, all of them on one single platform. Why? We need to capture the data. Those data is the traffic, right? So now the big question is, how can we motivate everyone to come back every single day? Well, we gotta learn from the ChatGPT. When you provide practical use cases like the ChatGPT, people will come back, right? And that's exactly what we're doing. There are multiple, at least 5 use cases here. You can do virtual conference, you can do expo, you can do virtual training, virtual classroom, you can do virtual job fair recruiting, and also virtual contests for fundraising. Now, these are just the basic 4 use cases. There are more. If you don't do any events, you can use it for a virtual office every single day. And that's how we can capture the data. Now, if you have any question, feel free to put in the question in the chat so I can try to answer them. Now, let's get to the partner network ecosystem. Now, that sounds like a pretty techie term. Well, it is. Well, there's one big company in San Francisco. It's called Salesforce or Salesforce.com. They're the #1 enterprise application software for CRM. We partner with Salesforce. And guess what? They have thousands of partners. And they don't pay a dime for online ads. They get all the leads from Salesforce App Exchange. That is a proven success model that everyone can learn from. Why? You can do the same thing with our platform. Of course, you're not comparing with a multi-trillion-dollar company, but you can always scale from the start. Start with 5 customers or 2, and then scale up. That's the whole idea. Now, the other example is Apple Store. Well, we all know we use apps from Apple, right? People use iPhone. All right. There are people coming in actually still. Okay, so
Yeah, are they being let in?
yeah, I can. Yeah, admin. Yeah. So
Okay.
our app exchange is even better. Seriously. Why? You don't need all the complexities for API integration on the backend. And that's the beauty of our platform. Any companies, any organization can come in and join us. You don't have to worry about all the backend API integrations and so forth. And that's why it is really for everyone. You don't have to be a big company. You can be a startup. You can be an organization. But the key is that you gotta find other partners to network together. And that's really the key requirements in our platforms. Why? Because you gotta connect all the dots, right? No silos. That's how you can actually create a traffic. Let me give you some example to illustrate that what I mean. Well, we all heard about multi-threaded CPU. One-off events is like one-off event. You got limited performance. When you have multiple one-off events, then you got more eyeballs. In our case, we got multi-X network, meaning you have multiple events happening every single instances in multiple locations. And that's where we can get the maximum network effects for everybody. Now, big question is, what do you mean by network effects? Well, let me give you some example here. Let's say association or franchise, right? Then you got 100 locations. Each location maybe have 100 members. If you multiply them, that's 10,000 eyeballs every day. And that is what I mean by network effects. So it is why we got to connect, we got to collaborate, not just one-off, but every day. That's the whole idea. Now, let me just touch on the AI piece. Now, the AI is really happening every single day. This is no stop. This is the inflection point that the AI is here. It is going to get stronger. Now, there are many people use the AI for many different use cases, for copywriting, for ChatGPT. But there's one use case that nobody is talking about. Well, very few people talking about. It's the SEO booster. Now, we all know that we can use the ChatGPT to create high quality content. Now, the big question is, we can leverage the ChatGPT to create high quality SEO content based on your business, based on your meta tags. Now, the cool thing about this is we can automate this with our system on the back end because we already have the architecture to do that. Now, obviously, you can do that manually, but still it takes a lot of work. You know, you have to create that, and then it's a multiple steps. So what we've done is we have fully integrated with the ChatGPT on the back end. So we actually can automate the SEO content and feed it to everyone's website and also the Google search. And this is the game changer. Now you can do it one company, you can even do it for thousands of companies because the back end, all the heavy lifting is already done. Now, this doesn't stop there. So what we do is we leverage the same content, the SEO content, we can feed it to the social network every single day. This is our roadmap. We already launched the SEO booster. So after that, we actually going to be feed it. We launched a social booster so we can actually feed the content to all the social networking every single day, automated. And we can do it not just one company, but many, many companies. And that is the power of the AI combined with our platform, EasyExpo. So it's the AI application is just amazing. This is why we can help everyone to do more with less. Now, I share with you the typical cost for just the SEO is quite expensive. We talk about $500 to $1,000 per month just for the SEO. Now, with these new applications, we can actually save everyone a lot of money just for that. Of course, the social media side as well. So that is exactly the story I want to share with everyone, that there are technology already here that can help you to grow and so forth. Now, I want to just share a little bit on how we are different from everyone else. Well, there are quite a few virtual platforms out there, but most of them are one-off. The challenge with one-off is you are missing out the data. And we all know AI needs all the data. And that's why we are in the blue ocean. And also we are the only company actually leveraging the AI to help everyone to boost your SEO ranking and many others. The second key difference is that most platforms rely on the organizer to provide the content. And that is the main challenge. And that's why a lot of associations cannot host more than 1 or 2 events per year because it's very, very time consuming. Well, we get that. That's why we want to decentralize the whole framework. And to do that, we can have any organization to have co-hosts. You don't have to rely on the host to do events. Anybody can do that. One of the things that we do is to fully integrate with Zoom, like this platform right here. You can actually host the Zoom meeting inside the auditorium. And I will share that in a few minutes, and also in the virtual booth. That means that anybody can host an event anytime. The host doesn't have to be there. So that's another way to spread out the work. I mean, so, this kind of offload the burden from the host because that takes a lot of work to do this. The other big thing, I want to share these virtual exhibit hall and so forth. Now, let's imagine your virtual network ecosystem with our platform. Now, let's say there's going to be a frictionless network where you can get leads and traffic every single day without not much efforts. Same thing for knowledge transfer. Same thing for recruiting. And that is the vision that we want to have. And the only way to make that happen is to have a system like this. This is one company, this is another company, another, and so forth. And there's each bubble is like an expo. You can do the expo, or you can do a virtual summit, you can do a job fair, you can do a virtual training. Any of those use cases is all up to you. And people kind of plug into the network. You can attend this events or any of these events, or you go to other network and attend the other events as well. So this is really dynamic, not static, that you can go to, just like you would go to a YouTube channel, right? And consider this is like a YouTube channel 1, 2, and 3, and 4. So pretty much the same framework, but obviously more different function and comprehensive. Let me give you some examples of use cases. We're currently working with DEC. They are the National District Export Consuls under the Department of Trade Commerce. We are working with several major regions, the Western region in California, and also Nevada and New Mexico. We are basically onboarding them to our platform. And this is Western region. It could be Nevada, Hawaii, New Mexico. You can see the power behind the platform to drive the network effects, to drive the lead generation, to drive the knowledge transfer. Doesn't have to be expo. You can run a training session or training summit in every location, every single day. And that's the whole idea. Now, this is one big use case, obviously. The other big use case is the urban farming. We are working with multiple organizations. In fact, we have a expo, urban farming expo in July, late July. But the whole initiative is to help every local communities, like local food banks, nonprofits, to have an urban farming business so that they can support the local communities and so forth. And we are working with a professional grant writer to apply for private and public grants for major foundations like Bill Gates Foundations and many others. All right, so before I jump into the demo, any specific question for me? All right. All right, let me just sort of walk through the platforms. When you log into the platforms, you will see a lobby, just like what you see on the screen, just like what you normally do in a physical conference, right? You will see a lobby, you will see a agenda on this is what we call the session track. The session track is the sort of the list out all the guest speakers and what's going to happen for the day. You can see that. We also have a networking events that can route it to the exhibit hall. So when you click on any of these guys, it will go directly to the auditorium. And this is what this is
Welcome
about.
to the speaker session track auditorium. Just click on Zoom live streaming in the right column to
Now, this is the Zoom that we have API plugged into this. And that way you can actually have a Zoom meeting inside the platform. Now, this is, you can see this.
Today, I want to talk about how business owners can.
And this is the, everything is done in Zoom inside the auditorium. And the cool thing about this is that we keep the data, we keep the content here in the auditorium. This is one single place. Oftentimes, you do events like Zoom or whatever, whether you kind of miss where do you find the data, where you find the recording. Well, in our case, you don't have to look elsewhere. This is the auditorium. We will keep all the data, keep all the recording. It's like a podcast on steroid. You have a live chat on the right side. You can have ongoing discussions, even the event's over. You can have a ongoing discussion on the right, and after the event's over. So this is an ongoing thing. Now let me just go to the virtual hall. The virtual hall basically is like a virtual venues for many different things. You can look at this as like a 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 different floors you can go to, and it's all depends what you want it. You can set one for online education training. You can set one for recruiting, and you can set up. Obviously, you can see that you can set up for different market segments and so forth. Now, let me just go to the virtual hall. You can see that this is all these are companies' virtual booth, right? So if I go to my booth, you will see my information here, right? We do have a.
Hello and welcome to Easy Expo. Please take a moment to look around.
We have virtual avatar. We have a live chat here. We are integrating the ChatGPT into every virtual booth. The other big opportunity is to be able to provide custom chatbot for every company. That's another game changer. We can actually have the technology to provide custom chatbot based on your business website, based on your data sets, given the content you provide. We leverage the ChatGPT technology, provide the custom chatbot. And that's another huge potential for training and also for support. And then we have the live chat over here. This is similar to the Slack channel. So everything is here. We also have the video chat over here as well. And then we do have a feature for contests. You can see right there, you can actually run contests every month, every week for fundraising as well. So on the back end, we are fully integrated with many different CRM applications, HubSpot, MailChimp. We even have our email marketing app built into this as well, because my background is CRM. So this is the whole platform is a customer success journey. So that's how we fix the automation, the follow-up. You don't have to worry about follow-up. Once people come in, you can set up and then you will automatically follow up with every visitor coming into your booth. And that's about how we can make everybody's life easier. All right. So that's pretty much what we do in a nutshell.
Thank you so much, Matt, for all that wonderful presentation. Does anyone have a question before I ask? We're opening it up for questions. So Matt, one of the questions I have for you is, we are talking about getting people on the, on your platform. Say for example, I am inviting people to join, like the Zoom we're doing. I know there's a Zoom incorporated in there as well.
Mhm.
So will I be showing, like sending them like the regular Zoom link, and
Uh-huh.
they will all connect in that one space?
Yeah, the way it's basically there's two ways to connect. One is just provide our platform, the link registration. Once they come in, they don't have to go elsewhere. Everything is all built into the platform. So they can just go to the auditorium to watch whatever. We basically already built into the platforms. There's no need to just go on the Zoom.
Okay, got it.
Yeah,
Got it.
everything is live stream. We actually like you can live stream YouTube over here as well.
Okay, wow, that's awesome.
Yeah, the whole idea is there's so many pieces of technologies, right? I mean, the stack of is unbelievable, and
Yes.
we want to simplify that, and so that's why our platform already on the back end, we already done the heavy lifting, so that you don't have to deal with it. See, that's the whole idea. Now I share some walkthrough YouTube. Just the walkthrough on the platform from some of our customer, just for your information. Yeah, this is, I think the AI is just gonna make it even more amazing, because we will use the AI to automate a lot of things.
Yeah, and that's what is exciting for me about that. The AI is a new technology that is coming to the marketplace.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
For people, especially, globally, it's kind of bringing people together. It's like drawing the whole world to become a global, village. And that's a good thing. Yeah. So some people are invited to this podcast, international, and with our time zones and stuff like that. I think this platform will provide each person, their time. Can you speak to that? Because I know some of them would be wondering, like it's 1 o'clock or 2 o'clock in some parts of the world.
Yeah.
And so can you speak to that, please?
Sure. Yeah, we work with different organizations on different time zones as well. So one of the things that it's the amazing part of our platform is that when people come in, they can always watch whatever videos, because there's one single place. So this is another way to accommodate everyone, because there's no virtual is always on, so there's no boundary. So all the recording is going to be down here, and people just click on this and watch the video. And then if you have questions, you can actually leave the chat over here as well. So that way, anyone can actually providing informations and answers and questions every day, 24/7.
Right. And that's really very useful because, like I said, we all are operating from different time zones. So that's really, for me, a way to still get people connected, so people don't feel they're missing something, you know.
Yeah,
And yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, that is one of the big challenges that everyone's is having, is that how we can continuously connect and engage with everyone virtually everywhere. So that's really a big challenge. That's why our platform supports. It's 24/7. It's always on.
Right, right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you mentioned something about, I have a question about blogging. So does this system provide a space for blogging as well?
Blogging.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, we provide the blogging in sense of the organizer. Yes.
Okay.
So we have a blog that we can enable to for everyone to send content to the blog. That
Mhm.
would also help the SEO as well. Let's say you have 25 companies, like for instance, over here, let me just over here, you got whatever companies over here, they can actually send content to the blog. At the same time, our system can push those content to their website. And that is the power of building out the backlinks consistently and also everywhere. So this is really, the architecture of this system is perfectly matching the SEO clustering, which is because Google looking for relevant content. So and that's really what this is about. You can have relevancy in terms of 3 networks, right? Over here, and also each one would drive the content 1, 2, and 3. So and that way that can help to drive the content and also drive the SEO, higher SEO ranking.
Right. Right. Oh, that's great. Thank you. Anyone else have some questions? Please ask.
How many places could you live stream on to at one time?
I mean, a live stream. Well, we don't do the live stream. We actually live stream using the Zoom or the YouTube, right?
Oh, yes.
Yeah. So anyone actually come in and be able to watch it. So we talk about thousands of users that we can support. Yeah. Good question.
Okay, please, I would like you to give me more information about this urban farming.
What information? Once again?
The urban farming.
Urban farming. Yeah.
Yeah.
So this is the initiative that we started in the US. We work with nonprofits to provide the network. I call the digital Airbnb. We actually create a national urban farming network, and we will work with local communities. Right now is for nonprofits, so that we can help them to get the money from the public and also the private grants. And that's where we are. And we were providing all the resources, educations, so that they can start their urban farming for the local community.
Okay, thank you very much for enlightening me. My name is Henry Ikechukwu. I'm joining this Zoom from Nigeria, and also I'm doing farming. So I am a CEO of a poultry farm where I do these chicken beds and fish pond in my community where I base in Nigeria.
Mm.
So that was the reason why I was like, for you to give me more information about the urban farming so I can get to know more about what this is all about.
Yeah, we will have a, right now, our main focus right now is on the US because we want to build the base. Once we get the base, we actually have a July expo, urban farming in July that I will share that information with everyone. But this is a global initiative, obviously. But we have to start on a base in the US. Then once we have the base, we will go global. That's the plan. And we work with foundations like Bill Gates Foundations and many other foundations to get the grants money and to help the local communities, nonprofits, to provide them all the resources.
Okay, thank you very much.
Okay, you're welcome.
Okay, so when you mentioned about the July Expo,
Yes,
that's gonna be here in the United States, correct?
it's virtual. Yes, it's in the United States.
Okay, it's virtual. Okay,
It's
so it's
virtual.
virtual.
We are in the process of finalizing the agenda. This is for education, but also for we will have technologies, companies providing the urban farming technologies. There are quite amazing technologies out there that you don't need soil. You don't. I mean, there's a lot of things you don't need with the new technology. So it's really it's making a lot more efficient. They claim they actually save 80% of water with the new technology. So we had a urban farming expo last year. So this is the second one. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So we look forward to getting that invitation.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
So that we can invite more people. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I know you had a mention.
Looks like your voice a little bit cutting out.
I think you also had, can you hear me now? Hello?
Yeah, I can hear you
Hello?
now. Yes, I can hear you now.
Oh, okay. Okay, sorry. Yeah, so I was just saying, if you can break down a little bit once again, the membership, how people can, what they can get. Yeah.
Yeah, let me just give you a sort of a breakdown. We have two major different plans. It's about from $10 to $20 per booth. If you want to have the ChatGPT, it's $20. If you don't need the ChatGPT, it's $10 per booth per month. And you can start off with 25 companies. So that's how we structure the plan. It's very affordable. We talk about literally $10 per month. So just think about that. And if you can gather 25 companies, 25 companies should not be too hard to find. This can be organizations, pretty much any company that you can work with, and that's how you can start. Everything is a flat fee. There's no hidden costs. I mean, everything is, we really want to make it simple. Once you do that, we provide all the rest, you know, all the different integration, everything is done. And that's how we can actually get everything's done and be able to provide you. You don't have to worry about all the different applications. Now, for this enterprise version, it's even better. We even give away the email marketing app. You can see right there, the GPT Easy SEO Booster. We talk about monthly bonuses over $10,000 monthly value. So this is really a good deal for companies that you think can work with different organizations together to join force, so that you wouldn't have to travel. You can plug into the system, to the network every single day and collaborate. And that's the whole idea.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Yeah. So there was something there you said that I picked up and I didn't even understand that earlier. So what you were saying is that so $10 every month, and one can actually connect with 25 other companies, or is this person the one to get all these companies?
Yeah, so the structure of the platform is like the one I show you, the right here, right?
Mhm.
This is one we call this private smart network, and
Right.
this network has 3 instances, 3 networks, and right now you can even offer the second or third for other customer that you want to work with. And that's why I call this is the digital Airbnb, right? You can keep this for your own business, and we work with other company and run the events for them. And this is one area I think it will become a profit center. It's just like Airbnb, right? You rent it out the space. So in this case, you kind of rented out the virtual space in here. So that's the idea. And then you can rent it out every single month. So the structure is based on the number of companies that you bring together, right? We charge about like $10 to $20, depends on what feature you want. But it's still pretty reasonable if you can work with different organizations. That's really the key.
Okay. All right. Thank
Yeah.
you so much. This is really wonderful information, great information. And I'm glad that our audience have really gathered enough that can really help them, that can help them. And I'm so glad that, they will be able to get hold of you. You shared your contact, correct?
Yeah, let me share this contact here. Feel free to go to my website. It's www.easy-expo.com. We have a lot of information there. We have a video walkthrough. I share that on the chat. You can actually take that. You can go to our YouTube channel. We have a lot of videos there as well. The market is huge. We talk about $3 trillion. And my goal is to train as many AI digital transformation champions that you can take the platform and help many people locally or globally. So the market is huge.
Right. Thank you so much.
Thank
That
you
was
very much
powerful.
for having me here.
Thank you. All right. So Emily, do you want to close it out for us?
Thank everybody for joining us today. And for whoever tuned in, and to encourage everybody to check out all of our social media pages, Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube, subscribe, like, share, comment, and so on. Special thanks again to Marcus Hart, Jay Stoyan, Lauren Swingate, Zach Clayton, for playing this on their platforms. If anybody has any questions, comments, like to be on a show, we're always looking for guests. So if anybody is interested, encourage everybody to come on. But if anybody has any questions, comments, like to come on and so on, can contact us at wowpod2021@gmail.com. And it's wowpod2021@gmail.com. So I guess on behalf of Zeta and the Weatherability Podcast Network, I wish everybody a safe and productive week and to stay happy.
Yeah,
Thank you, Emily.
Thank you very much, Celia and Emily and everyone.
Yes.